Hey, if you're gonna come on, you better cry about them.
Oh, I don't cry about losses.
No,
I'm just letting you know about them, though.
Well, you may not cry about losses, Pete, but that was your intro to BettorCenter. Crying about a loss, buddy.
It happens.
Hey, everybody. Louie Diamond in our Las Vegas handicapping studio, and joined with the Red Rifle, the Red Cheesehead, and a new guest for us here today, Mr. Pete Hesse. And got us a few winners there yesterday. Welcome, Pete. How are you?
Thanks for having me today, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Eddie J will be a little bit, Eddie J was betting that snooker about 5 o'clock in the morning, and then he crossed over to the chess match, and so we nodded off, and he'll be here with us shortly with his Super Bowl brilliance for us here today. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It is Super Bowl Sunday, and we are live. I am Louie Diamond, and we're going to talk a lot of Super Bowl props. But before we get into Super Bowl, let's get the basketball out of the way, guys, and the hockey out of the way, so that way we can just buzz about some Super Bowl prop bets and all the things that we want to do this Super Bowl Sunday. But you know what? There's some opportunity out there. I see some plays that I like in the NBA, and number one, these Jazz. How are you just not riding on this Jazz train? You know, I know it's up to 5 now, so I tied them into a money line parlay with some hockey. We'll get to that in a little bit, but I just can't see passing on this Jazz train, much more. I mean, yeah, they fell to one game, but other than that, and then they pushed another. But there's still money, man. So I got to stick with these Jazz. And then I'm also seeing Heat and Knicks as an under. Got steamed, though, 211.5 down to 208. So I'm smelling under there. A little bit behind the move on that one. And then I think you got a real solid play here today with the Kings and the Clippers over. Yesterday, we gave you that over yesterday. That was a nice winner. That was one of my plays. So had a nice hockey parlay that hit yesterday. So, and Eddie J has joined us. Welcome, Eddie J.
Hey, what up, guys? Sorry about that. Had a late start this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I got my Chiefs hat on, so it's all good.
Mm-hmm. The Chiefs hat. He's the only guy that I've been hearing nothing but Brady. And I don't blame him for being Brady. But we'll get to that in a minute. We're just going to start with some basketball, Eddie J. I just gave out a couple of my plays here today. I'm using the Jazz on the money line. I am also using Kings, Clippers over. Small little play on Heat, Knicks under. So, Tony G, the Red Rocket Glare.
Oh, God. Been a brutal
force, baby. What do you got?
Brutal week for me, but one play in the NBA. I'm just going to take the Phoenix Suns. They won 4 out of 5. The one loss at New Orleans. Going to back them here today as they take on the Celtics. Got it at -3. That's all. I'm trying to pare it down and find some winners. It's been a rough week. Going to try to nibble back and get what I can, and I'm going to use the Phoenix Suns as my lone play in the NBA today.
I saw your thumbs go up there, chums, and I will say I thought about Phoenix myself today. Was a little worried about laying a 3, but Boston finishes their road trip in Utah after this game, so they may have a little look ahead going. What are your thoughts, chum?
Yeah, this is kind of funny because your play – Tony's player, what I got written down yesterday, a quick recap. We hit with the Mavs first period, and the Rockets under 225 to go 2-0. Yeah, the under is 16-3 when the Miami and the Knicks play there. Yeah, we lost a little value there. I got it at 211.5, but like Lou said, it's down to 208. But I still see a little value there. I loved it more, obviously, when I was getting the 3 points more. But then we got the Suns 8-1 against the spread against Boston. Boston's on the fourth fourth game on this road trip with 1 to go, and the Suns have been playing awesome. This will be a play also. The Suns -3, and I also had this game capped to the under as well. I kind of see an under in the NBA. We get a lot of over days. But when I was capping these games, a lot of unders came up, and I think there's value in the Suns and the under 217.5. I don't think Boston's going to get to 100 today, and have the Suns around whatever 110, 100 type game. So yeah, I'm gonna back both of your guys' plays. Some are 2 top plays I have written in here. So yeah, I love them.
All right, Chums. Thank you very much. Oops, I turned you off, Chums, instead of knocked you out. All right, there we go.
That's all right.
All right. So a little love for them Phoenix Suns there today already, guys. So let's mark that one down. Maybe we'll find a parlay for it somewhere in the end here. And then let's go to Pete. What do you got in the NBA today? Welcome.
I really didn't cap much basketball yet.
Okay, fair enough.
If
We'll
I-
move
if
on.
I-
We'll
if
talk
I were,
to you when we get to the football and the prop bets. So, Eddie J, NBA, what's he say?
Yeah, NBA, I passed on it. I mean, I got my shortest card of the year. I got my first 10-star of the year on the NFL, and also have a 5-star in the NFL. I have a hockey play of the day 5-star, and a college, and I'll release them on the show. So I got 4 plays, so it's my shortest card. I'm just going for the bang for the buck. Nothing past the NBA test, and I'm not trying to just take picks here today. I'm going to pass on that card on the NBA. But good luck with what you guys said. It sounded good.
Yeah, I don't like the NBA card today at all. It's probably
I
a fade for me.
A touch of looking into that Iowa-Indiana game. Let's go to college baskets. Well, I'll wrap up NBA. We got the Phoenix Suns seems to be a consensus with Tony and Chums. And then I also have the Jazz on the money line, but I'll be tying that into a couple NHL plays. And then I also have the over with Sacramento and today. So we'll roll with those in the NBA. College baskets, I smell a little bit of an over, but I'm really not the college experts you guys are. But Iowa, Indiana, I smell an over. Opened up 154 down to 151. Is anybody backing me on this over, or am I just throwing this away?
Now, can I hit this one, Lou?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, these have all been playing to the over, but today it's honestly going to play to the under. Indiana's going to try to slow this one down. One of Iowa's best players might be out, Frederick or whatever, but that shouldn't matter much. Everybody's been pounding these overs, but this one I got right around 140 today. Indiana's going to slow down the pace, and I don't like that over at all today in this one. In fact, then you got to be careful with that spread too. Iowa looks real tasty at -3.5, but I'm not going to touch that. But I love this game under today, guys.
All right, Chumly, talking me right off the ledge there. So, yeah, that's why I didn't pull a trigger. I was wondering why it got steamed under. So,
yeah.
Thanks for that info, Chum. Appreciate that.
Indiana's – I look into these, and I'm reading up on a bunch of articles. Indiana, which I kind of knew, they're not going to try getting caught up into that up and down. They're going to try to work the clock a little bit. So this game will play to the under today.
All right. Tony, Red Rifle.
All right, got three
away.
Yeah, 3 plays in college. We'll start with the 2 that aren't the best bets. I'm going to back Boise State today. I think Friday they lost to Nevada at the buzzer. I kind of caught the second half of that game. Pretty good game. Nevada was able to get a bucket last-second shot, took care of business. Going to play Boise to get it back today. And also going to play a team that got smoked, but they're at home, Illinois State, +6.5. Before I get, and then now the best bet of the day, I'm going to play Drake -13.
I figured that was coming.
Drake yesterday failed to cover for the second time this year. The only other time they failed to cover a number, the next game they won by 35 points. So I'm hoping for something similar to that. Drake did not like having it nip and tuck yesterday. I think they're going to come out of the gate a little more assertive today. And I'm counting on them to help me get off this little bit of a snide, guys. I like Drake as my best bet in college basketball.
All right. I hope you get off that snide. I do. I'm looking at it, and I do think I'm going to be making a move on them today as well. They're like the Jazz, just a hot team. Why are you trying to pick off the day that they're going to not cover? I think they cover. I think they get the job done today, but we'll see. All right. Pete, do you do any college baskets?
Yeah, I agree with Tony on that one. That's the only one I have on my card so far today is Drake.
All right.
I like him to come out smoking today. Beat him by 20+.
How about Drake first half, maybe, guys? Any of that?
First half is 8.5. So I'm gonna probably fade that. They could keep it tight, the first quarter and then pull away the second. So
Okay. All right.
gonna recommend not to play the first half.
All right. Anybody, Chum? What else you got in college baskets? You got college baskets today, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was just
Fire away.
giving you my insight. Well, I got the first play was the Iowa under. I got it at 152. I got that one capped around 140 today. Then I got the Bearcats. I believe they're going into Tulane. This one's kind of a public fade. Tulane was getting a lot of love. The line kind of moved in my direction, so I jumped on the Bearcats -5. I hit them as my best bet the other day. They'll piggyback for me and win by 10. Then my daily dog, which is the underdog that I think is going to have the best chance to win outright. We hit one of these nice yesterday on Ball State +350 and +9. Today the play in my system gave out is Southern Illinois +8 and +285. I look for them to keep it close all the way and definitely cover 8, and I think they give us a slight chance to win at the end. It's worth a little bit of love on the money lines. So I've hit several of these. You only got to hit a couple a week and you're plus money. So them are my 3 plays. Iowa under, Bearcats -5, and then Southern Illinois +8 and +285 money line.
All right.
I forgot to mention a play to you. Drake team total over 76 against a Valpo defense. I think they're not, the books, aren't giving them enough credit. I think they can easily hit this number. Over team total 76 Drake.
All right. Team total Drake over 76. We got Salukis. So possible money line here. So I smell them being tossed into our round robin parlay. And he's trying to come back to us. Let's see what he's got in college baskets, but he's dark right now. All right, so that's our college baskets. I know most Pete, I'm not sure. You a hockey guy, Pete?
I am hockey, yep.
He's very good at it.
Minnesota.
I wouldn't say I'm very good at it.
The plays you give me have been good.
But I feel like I have an advantage. Yeah, I've been following the sport for a long time.
All right. So have you got any hockey today? Have you done any looking? Yeah.
I haven't done any looking yet. Not gonna lie to you. It's still early for me, so.
All right. So
I got one.
But I'm pulling it up now.
All right,
So
right. I love it. We're creating hockey bettors. And hockey's where the money's at, guys, because
I do well in the playoffs, man. I'm a playoff hockey guy when these guys are serious. I'm not a big fan of some of these games are literally, I've watched them. It's tough to watch. It's ice-capades and fucking Disney World on ice.
Playoffs are the tough ones to watch.
Playoffs are a completely different animal, dude. I mean, it really is. So I saved my real gambling on hockey to the playoffs, which I've actually done pretty well with. So maybe that's why I stick to the playoffs. It might be. Yeah, I actually have a play today in hockey too. So
go ahead.
I'll take the Blackhawks as the underdog.
Woo, dog!
Me again. That's exactly what I've written down. Right here.
Well, you know what? I got him in my parlay.
Okay, well there we go.
But not the Blackhawks as the Blackhawks +1.5.
Yeah, you take the chalk. I got you. Insurance policy. Yeah, so that's who I like. Right off the cuff, Blackhawks. So there you go.
So well, that's good because it makes me feel better about my my parlay that I'll be rolling with here today. So my NHL, Philly and Washington. Philly's the only way, but Washington's playing good, so they're not a way as far as I'm concerned. But if you can get them at the +1.5, which I don't think is available anymore. So that would have been now you get them at -1.5. Not interested in that. So, but Florida, they will be in the money line over the Red Wings. My Red Wing fade, so to speak, and Vegas straight up to beat the Kings, and then Chicago +1.5. Got the Blackhawks +1.5. So, and I tied it in with the Utah Jazz money line. So it's kind of my big ticket here today, outside of whatever I'm doing on the Super Bowl. which Super Bowl is just kind of average tickets for me. I mean, I'll get into that in a second. So here's the parlay. The Utah Jazz on the money line. The Florida Panthers straight up money line. Then the Vegas Knights straight up money line, and Chicago plus 1.5. So I hit another one yesterday. So we're on a nice little run here with the NHL parlays. Let's hope they continue, and let's get the Jazz just to win a game outright here today. That's all I'm asking. All right, so Eddie J's back with us. Eddie, what do you got in hockey today? And we missed college baskets too, didn't we?
Yeah, I'll come back to it. Yeah, my phone was, people were texting me and it shut me down or something. But yeah,
hockey. Such a popular guy, Eddie. Give us that Johnny Travolta. You got the Johnny Travolta, Cliff.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Yeah, yesterday we had Penguins over and Oilers over. They were the only two overs we selected, and the other four went under. So it was good selective choosing there. 2 out of the 6 that actually went over. But tonight we're going to go with today actually it starts about a half hour. We'll do the Flyers and the Caps over 6. You know, the Flyers should win that game, but the Caps are pretty dangerous at home. And I expect some scoring. Ovechkin's back. Flyers playing the Bruins. It was tight checking, so they really didn't get into their rhythm. They got frustrated. 2 games playing them. Playing the Caps is going to be open ice. So, and the Caps really have shaky goaltending. So I expect that game to be, in the 4-3 range either way. So I'll go with the over on the Caps Flyers. Start the day in the morning, and then to catch up my college hoops. Just one game there as well, and that's Iowa. I'm taking the money line minus $1.50 instead of laying the 3. They lost to Indiana a couple weeks ago, so you got a revenge factor there. And also Iowa, they choked against Ohio State, lost to Illinois, didn't cover against Michigan State. So, it's up to them, man. I'm putting my money on them. If they want to be total choke artists and, lose to Indiana as well, then so be it. But I'm going to back them that they're a good enough team. I had them as a potential Final Four squad, and if they're going to get swept by an 8 and 9 Hoosiers team, then good luck to them. But so I'll go Iowa money line, Flyers Capitals over 6 for my college hoops and hockey.
All right, I kind of like. I got to say, I do like your Flyers over, Flyers Washington over. I don't know why I missed talking about it. I remember looking at it and liking it over. I thought I saw 6.5, which is why I stayed away. But it's 6. It's 6 under, so I don't know what I was right now.
Yeah, even money on the 6, and you might be all right with the first period too. I think you might get 2 there. I didn't give it out, but I'll probably play it personally and getting 2 in the first.
All right, sounds good. So there's some nice hockey action for everybody, and Eddie, give us your college baskets real quick, and then we'll start getting into some Super Bowl talk.
I got some hockey.
Yeah,
sorry, Pete. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
I got
Hold on. Yeah, you gave us the college baskets. Right, Eddie?
Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah. I got the over 5.5 goals in the Kings and the Knights game. I also like Vegas on the money line. In parlays, I also like Vegas on the puck line. And I like Panthers money line in parlays as well. I've been fading Detroit and Ottawa all year, and I've been making some money.
Yeah, doing the same here. Been fading Detroit and Ottawa, and actually Vancouver. So just parlaying against them. It's really been a nice little ticket.
Long term, it's profitable.
Yeah, right now it is. Let's now that we're talking about it, hopefully it doesn't change. But we'll see what happens. All right. Before we get to the NFL, anybody got any baskets or hockey they want to add?
Well, I got one thing to add. I know I'm kind of hit or miss in soccer, but Liverpool's playing Manchester City, and it's over 2.5. Liverpool's coming off an upset to Brighton last game, and Manchester City, they can put up 5 themselves. It's over 2.5, so I have goals in that game.
I like that angle. Liverpool is a train wreck this year.
Yeah. I
hit a plus 1,600 on Burnley on them like a month ago against Liverpool. So garbage.
And then they lost last week, the same kind of upset. But Man City, they should definitely put up 2 or 3. Liverpool scored today too, so that should go over no problem.
I like that angle.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So There we go. Got even a little soccer here. So very good, gentlemen. Very, very good. Now let's get to the big show of the day. The big show of the day. The Billy versus the GOAT. And everybody seems to be all over the GOAT. So, and me too. I just, in a scenario like this, I have a tough time going against Brady, but the most interesting number of all that I have seen was Alan DeRoche's. We'll talk about a few of his props here in a minute, but he popped this one up out on Facebook about Tom Brady in his 9 Super Bowl appearances has only scored 3 points total in the first quarter. 3 points in 9 games. Divide that, and what is it? So at the end, I think he got a field goal in the last game. He was shut out in the first quarter up until the last Super Bowl. So is that going to happen here today? I mean, how do you bet this thing over, even though this game is an over bet? But if you think about it, in my opinion, Tampa Bay's defense is probably going to stifle Kansas City just enough. And, I really think that they're going to struggle a little bit more than they usually do. And Tampa Bay has been playing some pretty good offense, but Brady's threw a lot of interceptions in some of those wins. So I think he might be good for some interceptions today. But I still, how do you not back the GOAT? That's the real question. How do you not back the GOAT as a dog? So he only, yes, you got that first quarter problem, but you also have him as I lost my train of thought on that one. So, but how do you not back the GOAT here today, guys? Who's Tony G? Red
Yes,
Rifle. Shoot.
Yes,
Shut up.
I'm going to go right. I'm going to read off what I wrote because I do these disjointed thoughts when I do my little write-ups. But a lot of times, some of the information proves to be pretty prescient. So I'm going to quickly go over this. We've arrived at the Super Bowl and the conclusion of the NFL season. You have the young gun, who is considered the current best quarterback in the league, going up against the guy who is widely considered the best quarterback to ever play. Outside of someone named Eli Manning, no quarterback has ever really gotten the best of Tom Brady. This is a team game, however, and many aspects will need to be considered when ultimately seeking to find the winner of the matchup. Chiefs have done nothing but win. Even though they have been miserable against the point spread this season, they faced we've went over that many times, how the Chiefs, the long streak of winning, finding a way to win, but not covering a point spread is almost a statistical anomaly to be able to pull that off, but they did. Now they face a team that has emerged. Tampa Bay, even though Brady came in early, I don't think anybody expected them to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. So this team has emerged over the course of the season. They've gotten healthy on defense. They've gotten a little bit of cohesion with the play calling. And one thing I feel certain about, repeating as a Super Bowl champ in the modern era has never been an easy thing to pull off. Seattle, a few years ago, they seemed poised to pull off the back-to-back titles, but they didn't hand off to Marshawn Lynch. Patriots intercepted the pass, and Brady got another ring. It's hard to repeat. And when Tom Brady is the opposing quarterback, let's add to the fact here for the Tampa Bay defense, you got Kansas City's missing both their tackles. It's quite a puzzle to just show up in a big game like this against two guys that Pierre-Paul, Mr. Club Fist, Mr. Eight-Finger Willie. Let's hold an M80 and see if we can, keep it from going off, lose half our hand. But damn, the dude is a great pass rusher. I'll give him that. So that's going to be a problem for Kansas City. Like the Tampa Bay pass rush, and somehow they've managed to cobble together a pretty nice defensive front. They're all finally healthy, and they're on the field together. And their task will be I think this will be up to a task of keeping their team in the game. That's what will keep Tampa Bay in the game, is that up-front defensive pass rush. That will keep them in this game. And nobody is going to get completely shut down, neither team. Don't look for any type of real clamp down. Nobody can do anything. You got two old white coaches, both with tons of experience. They both work the sidelines pretty well. They don't miss much. And they have, even though their styles are different, their methods are pretty similar. Before last season, I used to give Andy Reid a hard time because this dude could pile up regular season wins like it was nothing. but in the big playoff games, he just always fell flat. So until, now he got a Super Bowl. Will Andy Reid emerge as an elite NFL master guru today, or will he fall flat on his face in a spot where he's favored to win again? Expect a slow start from both teams because they're going to feel each other out. I just feel they're going to probe for weaknesses here. But at some point, this game is going to open up. I say Brady's going to lead a key drive in the fourth quarter as the Chiefs defense wears down, and Tampa Bay will come out of here with a win. 31-26 is what I've got as a final score. So
right on the number, right on the total.
And I will add, when Brady was in Tampa, in New England, their game against Atlanta, I exactly called that score 34-28 New England. And then the Tampa Bay win over Seattle, I had it at 27-23, and it was actually 28-24. So I've done okay kind of, being able to feel Tom Brady, and he's consistent enough for me to feel confident that they can somehow pull this game out today.
All right. So, that kind of leans into a prop bet that I've been thinking about as well. And because of Brady having, that terrible success or lack of success in the first quarter, I like the same theory. More points will be scored in the second half than in the first half.
Yeah, that's for
sure. I like that.
It
plays along with your theory.
That's
like
a huge prop bet.
I agree with that. I think that is probably most likely going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's a good play here today. And now, but everybody's kind of onto it, and I hate that when everybody's kind of onto it because we got the internet. But sometimes that gets to Brady himself and the double focus. Okay, I got to come out here. I don't know what it really means, but it would be scary to expect Brady to come out with guns a-blazing. So I can't expect
even
that.
Even though he did against Green Bay pretty well. I mean, he did better in the first half than the second half in that game. But
yeah,
he threw the 3 picks, man, and I think that's going to kind of weigh on him. He knows what he did in that game. Tom Brady's going to be the first guy to recognize I can't throw 3 picks today.
By the way, my wife says there's going to be an interception scored for a touchdown.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good one. I mean,
plus 425. I mean, the odds kind of suck, but
how about a first score as a safety? If you can get it,
that happened a couple years ago.
Let me tell you something. The best prop winners I got come from my wife and my daughter.
2 out of 3 years: the Denver, Seattle, and then the New England Giants.
Yeah.
Let me give you this one.
Uh-huh.
All right, the Gatorade.
Blue.
Well, my daughter did it. I didn't even saw it, but my daughter wanted to bet. It was her first bet ever, and she when it was the Patriots versus the I forgot who they played, but the Patriots were blue. All you had to do was pick the blue Gatorade because the Patriots used blue. But I did that last year, and I got burned. I loaded up on the Chiefs on the red Gatorade, and I got burned. They came with the orange. So.
That is so sad. That is like degenerate plus.
Yeah, the Eagles did green when they won. That was easy.
That's what I mean. So what do we do today? Tampa Bay, they're going to be red Gatorade, right?
Yeah, it's going to be red. I think it's going to be red.
Yeah, I think Kansas City comes with the red. I think you got to go red Gatorade.
Yeah,
the obvious.
Green. It's going to be green. Green.
Orange.
Green.
Gatorade will be red today.
Come on.
Kansas City's going to think about how bad they screwed up last season. That's on their mind right now. What Gatorade are we going to use when we win? Right. All right. So we got Tony's opinion on the game. Chumly, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, I'll do this, even though I said I wouldn't. See, guys in my group, I don't give out my top plays very often in there, but
man, it's the Super Bowl. Hey, man, it's the Super Bowl.
I know it's the Super Bowl. I got it.
Give it up.
Yeah, we're gonna go for our 8th win in a row here. I got it documented at Cappers Mall, and Betting Chat covers a few other places.
Soon to be BettorCenter.
And we're going to be on. Now we're on BettorCenter. I'm not. I actually.
No, but we'll be documenting the plays soon.
Yeah, and yes, when we got the new site all up and running. Actually, we had a meeting last night, so you guys will be able to get our plays on there daily. Still working with Lou on some pricing, but I'm gonna keep it cheap. Obviously, you can still be in my chat group for that cheap price, and then I want you to show me Louie's let me on the show. Give him some love by buying my plays on there. He gets a percentage. He works hard to get us on here, get the great cappers on here. So let's show him, Tony, Pete, Eddie, whoever's on the site, show them a little love because we give you more free winners than anybody else. But all right, enough of that. Today I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs -3. This will be it's the Super Bowl. I rate them all the same. The Chiefs are going to win by 10+. You can play them alternate line plus 200, plus 250. Play them all the way up to 14. They're got the more speed. Everybody's sitting there. Brady's playing at home. Brady's going to win his last ring. Brady this, Brady that. Well, Brady's going to struggle. They're going to get behind, and the Chiefs are going to run away from them with speed. I don't know if we're talking about prop bets. I got a few nice ones in there we'll get to, but to make a long story short, Kansas City is going to be the way to play this game today, guys. Take them -3 all day.
All right, Chumly is on the Billy. All right, Chumly. All right, so Pete, Super Bowl thoughts?
I'm not personally betting this game, but I had to cheat. Yeah, I'm taking some different angles.
Okay.
I'm doing different angles in the game, but I had the Chiefs last year, and I like the Chiefs to win it this year as well on the money line, -140. I also have a couple prop plays. I got Mahomes over 19.5 rushing yards early, but it moved up to 23.5, which I still like. The Chiefs are missing starting offensive tackles Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. I know they're a really pass-heavy, team, but I think Mahomes can easily get these yards on a couple breaks. So I like the over rushing yards.
Good luck outrunning that dude with a club hand, dude. That dude's pretty fast, but
I know, right?
That's not a ton of yards.
I also like Tom Brady, the GOAT, over 2.5 passing touchdowns at +110. I also like Tyreek Hill over 96.5 receiving yards at -125.
Kind of like that.
I got a couple MVP winners too. Tyreek Hill, Kelsey +1,000. We got Brady +200 and Mahomes -115. Those are the 4 I had on there. If I had to pick one, I would take Mahomes -115. Is my top MVP winner.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of my
I
top
called
props.
Devontae Smith in the Bama game. We gave it out to 100+ people. We smacked the hell out of the bookies.
Hey, Dario Rodriguez up there said something about Mahomes having turf toe.
Fine.
Yeah, he'll be all
I
right.
still think that the
Fine,
Chiefs are going to prevail and win a close one. I do, however, think the Bucks can keep it close. They can cover, but I like a close win by the Chiefs on the money line.
All right. Hey, what about Andy Reid's son getting involved in a car accident, DUI, children involved?
What do you expect? Isn't that kid's been a problem for a long time?
Well, his kids have had issues.
Yeah.
But you know what else? That's probably the life of a football coach.
He can run a football team.
Dad.
He can run a football team, but he can't run his family.
I don't want to bash the guy.
I'm not either. I'm not going to bash him.
I get it. And it's not like I wouldn't agree, but
it's a tough life, dude.
I'm just wondering, what do you think that's going to happen? That's a distraction for the Chiefs as well.
So, I think they'll be okay on that, to be honest. And Andy Reid, he can disconnect. I'm sure any NFL coach can disconnect their personal life from the football team. In fact, they probably use the job as head coach as an escape from reality, the problems of life. So they're able to chop that and be a different person, So, and I kind of do that with my handicap. And sometimes you got to just separate gambling from the rest of your life, or it'll drive you nuts. So when you're, so I'm sure they'll be fine as far as that goes. I don't think that'll be a big issue here.
All right. Eddie J, NFL today. I know you're on the Chiefs, but talk to us.
Yeah, so let's break it down. So I got 2 different angles. One of them is going to be my football angle. The other one's, what's the books need kind of angle, because they don't lose Super Bowls. So first of all, the futures market They're liable on Tampa Bay. It's the only team that'll win the Super Bowl that'll give the sports books a loss, and they're talking 7 figures every sports book. If Kansas City wins the Super Bowl, they'll on Monday when they do all the futures, because they haven't graded them yet, they'll gain profit. So you want to gain profit or you want a 7-figure loss? There's point A. Point B.
Good point.
$7 million bets have been made, all on Tampa. Big bettors last week on Tampa. Big bettors this week on Tampa. So a lot of big bets on Tampa. Yeah, the public's on KC, the smaller guys, but I just think the books in this situation, from the futures market to these wagers, they're rooting for Kansas City. Now, it's not landed on 3. There will be no push. There's no giving back tickets today. It's going to go one way or another. They're not doing pushes. So, and some of these $1 million bets, they got plus 3.5. So I'm with Chumly, and I'll get to that in a second. They like to knock out the teasers and all that kind of stuff. Alternate spreads. This will be an 11-point win or not. They're at least going for the 7-point teaser on Tampa. There's a guy right now who got Tampa plus 10.5 on the alternate or a teaser, and he's already counting his money, thinking he's the smartest guy. You know what I mean? So they're going for all that. It's going to be a big hunt today, and they're selling that Brady propaganda pretty good. Now let's get into football. Forget all the conspiracy theories. Now,
the conspiracy theories. I mean, I want to touch on that for 1 second before we get into it. Tony,
the first time
makes sense.
The first time a $100 bill catches a pass or makes an interception, I'll believe it.
Come on, Tony.
Listen, everybody's on a need-to-know basis.
Tony,
everything on everything.
They don't lose on Super Bowls, man. The futures market, people call it, I've seen tickets, 50 to 1, 30 to 1, 20 to 1. It's been documented. If Tampa Bay wins, multiple sports books, which means every sports book will have a 7-figure loss.
Right, but hey,
wins, they profit.
Eddie, you're right.
Somebody look up a number for me and tell me how many consecutive months the Nevada sports books have shown a profit. They don't care, dude. At the end of the day, all they want. All they want is
Tony.
All they want.
You can't say that. Who cares about the Nevada books?
Tony,
you got the streets.
Hold on, Lou. Tony, did you watch the sports this week? Did you see Vegas already getting a head start on the Super Bowl? Did you see 25 plus 300s win straight up in college?
They're just the action takers, guys. This is what
beat Philadelphia when they're 46-5 at home without Lillard. Come on, man. The book's already been doing their little thing. And if you think this is a heads up, who's the best football team, who has the best arm game, you're out of your mind. This is a business. It's like the stock market. It's manipulated. That's why they got these agreements, these licenses with William Hill and all this stuff, man. This is all business, bro. They don't take losses. Incorporate that in your handicap and stop looking who got the best arm and who got good hands. It's not
okay. Hold on.
Let me get back to my pick though, and then we can go further because I want to finish off. Now, that's just the business wise. Now football. These two played in week 1. I watched the game. They didn't belong on the same field with Kansas City. That should have been a 50-point win, okay? Now, Tyreek Hill had 250 yards in the first quarter. They felt bad for Tom Brady. They don't want to make him look bad. So they let him into the game. They were up 17 in the fourth, which should have been 37. And the referees on 2 consecutive drives where Kansas City could have went up 20, where they couldn't cover the 3.5 that day, called 3 consecutive holdings on the Chiefs, twice, 2 drives. They couldn't score no more. Bucks get it back, get a touchdown on their second drive. 4 defensive 15-yard personal fouls, 3 pass interference, and a roughing the passer. They basically got him in the end zone for the cover, and that was that. But the Bucks have improved since that game. I'll give them that. But the Chiefs are the Golden State Warriors with Durant, and Tampa Bay is LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. This will get ugly. Now I'm on the over as well. I know what you say, Lou, it has a slow start and all that kind of stuff, but this is the COVID Bowl. They set up their best 2 actors. They got Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt on the stage today, and this is this will go down. They want it to be the most memorable. They're in our brains so bad this year. They won't leave us alone with the politics and the Joe Bidens. They want us controlled, okay? So this today is going to be the most memorable Super Bowl we've ever seen. We'll tell our grandkids about it. And it's going to be fireworks galore. I'm telling you, this is going to be back and forth. Chiefs will pull away late and win by double digits, but this will be super high score. And I'm talking the last 2 years went under. This is 45-34 Kansas City. That's just, this is just my opinion. I could be totally wrong with all this, but from the money and then the football, what I'm saying.
The crazy
You're never wrong,
is, Eddie. You make, you know, everybody else probably thinks you're crazy right now, but I know Seppi Jimmy's
I've heard
liking
that
you.
before.
I'm
too.
liking what you're saying because, you know, anybody knows me. I am the ultimate conspiracy theorist. I will never, ever think that the game is not prepared to be fixed when it needs to be fixed.
Right.
Okay, these guys are all attorneys. They're all in a big club. Okay, we're not in that club. And at the end of the day, the black hats run the show. You want to talk about Vegas, you want to talk about the Strip, they don't mean that much to them. Who do you think runs the gambling network that is $500 billion of cash floating on the streets in America all day long, every day? It's not the Vegas casinos, okay? What it is the streets. At the end of the day, the streets own the action, not Vegas. They got a lot of money on this one today. Now, if you look at that Biden win, and I'll get political for a second, nobody bet Biden. Okay? Look at the action in Philly. Why was that guy out there working, the guy for the mob working for Biden? Okay, at the end of the day, yes.
And that was fixed too, but go ahead.
That was fixed.
Everything is fixed.
I agree.
Everything is
They made a lot of money off of that one.
Is fixed. There you
they
go.
even got my money on that one. So,
hey, Lou, real quick, and I'll let you go back to it. These guys, all right, say they get their balances, their futures, and their Super Bowl money, and they're like, all right, well, a small loss on Tampa Bay if they win, and Kansas City, we make 150 billion or whatever. Do you think they get their popcorn, go back in the room, and say, "Come on, we need Tom Brady today"? Nah, man, this is a business. It's done beforehand, man. I'm telling you, go ahead, though. I don't.
All right, but listen, I don't bet that it's going to be fixed.
I don't either.
You know, I have a tough time with that.
Yeah, I don't either, though.
But I love what you're saying, and we're saying it before the game. And I really want to talk about this tomorrow and see how crazy are we, Eddie? How crazy are we? That's a lot of money right now. Big money that the streets got to pay out if Tom Brady wins this game.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I do my handicap. I don't just go by what's the books need, but I will incorporate, especially on a big game like this. You know what I mean?
We got to incorporate some in this game. Tampa Bay, if you look at everything, there's no way they're going to win the game. It's fixed or not fixed. There's way too much people have the game by Tampa winning today. Chiefs are going to win by over 3 points. I'll tell you that.
Series. So, 20 clients or whatever that I work with, I asked their opinion. Everyone said Tampa.
All right. Hey, can I throw in something real quick? And this is all I want for any conspiracy guy.
Hold on. And
30 seconds. Go ahead.
Everyone I've asked personally, I asked a couple people at Applebee's last night. My family, everyone Tampa. So out of 50 people, I think I got 3 Kansas City. That tells you right there. But go ahead, Tone.
I just want to say, create for me anybody that does this, that believes for sure that the outcome is controlled, that they can let it play out naturally, or they can put their thumb on the scale at will. This is all I'm asking for them to, and you don't even have to prove it. Just show me the congruency and connect the dots. How does it get from the leadership, the people with the money at the top? How does it? Okay, let me lay it out. Let me lay it out.
I've done this for 7 years. I know exactly how it's done.
Well, let him finish, Eddie. Let him finish.
All right.
I want it laid out. This is how I want to see how the steps go. So I know that it's totally 100% controlled, because either you're putting your thumb on the scale or you're not. You can't halfway do it.
I'll tell you quick. I'll give you a quick summary. First of all, every team has 5 Vegas games. Every NFL team has 2 Vegas games. So in college basketball, Gonzaga can beat the brakes off everybody. But when Vegas calls 5 times a year, they oblige. Kansas City, they can beat the brakes off everybody. They needed Kansas City to not cover those spreads most of the year. Everyone takes a dive. There'll be one NFL game, every team that loses to a team they're not supposed to every year. They rotate it. That kills every money line parlay every week. Every Sunday, there's an NFL team that loses that no one thinks. Like week 1, they got you.
That's not where I was wanting to go with this, but
well, how's it controlled? It's controlled. They're all in bed together.
Here, let me jump in. Let me jump in and just throw a theory out there. At the end of the day, it's a club. Just like, how did they control the election? Okay, they do have their thumbs and their fingers on every piece of the pie. You do not own the narrative. You do not own $500 billion of cash on the street without having your thumbs and your fingers in a lot of pies that you're not invited to eat. So at the end of the day, they can do it when they want to do it, how they want to do it. And just like the Supreme Court.
And
how the hell did that get past the Supreme Court? Are you kidding me?
Hey, Tone, and they sit in their room, all these big mahafs, and they say, nobody's figured out what we do. And guys like you, Tone, you are who they're talking about, ones that have no clue what's going on.
Well, I wouldn't say he doesn't have a clue what's going on.
Come on.
Tony's
and I'm not saying you have to get.
I want the logic. I want the flow chart, dude. I want to know how it gets from the corporate owners to the coaching staff.
All right,
you want to know what I want? Want to know what I want? I want to be the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl today. Is that going to happen?
All week, Vegas, there wasn't a ranked team that lost in like 2 months. Like,
it's an information chain, dude. I want the information traced. If Vegas needs an outcome, they have to relay that outcome to someone. So when that information is relayed to the coach, how does the coach then take that information and relay it to his coaching staff?
Bro, that's so shallow.
All right, guys.
I said no.
He said I'm hitting the mute button.
All right, I'll bring him back here in a second. I got to get him to calm down. Listen, I love this stuff, and I got no problem going with it all day long. But let's and we can have a show just for that, guys. I'll be very interested. All right, but meanwhile, let's talk about some prop bets that we were going to be talking about. Who else has got some prop action?
Can I say one more thing?
Hurry up.
Real quick. I'm not going to we'll get into that to another day. But Vegas was getting a head start, okay? Look, do you think all those upsets this week were a coincidence? Now, check this out. 2 nights ago, when the Mavericks played the Warriors the first time, like 2 or 3 nights ago, the public went 2-10 in NBA and 8-44 in college hoops. Now, that's coincidence or that was manipulated? You think about it.
Okay, I'm gonna close this out right here with this, okay? So 20 years ago, I get a limousine pulls up into my office. All right, guy comes out. He runs Pinnacle Sportsbook. Okay, takes me in a limo, takes me over to Steve Wynn's golf course, Shadow Creek, place where you had to be especially invited. Michael Jordan was the only other guy on the course that day. So, and we had plenty of conversations. And one conversation was about him in a locker room and some of the people he met in that locker room. Okay. I'm not getting more into details, but at the end of the day, the locker rooms have chatter. I'll leave it at that. So you can believe what you want. You can believe whatever you want. But at the end of the day, I've seen some things that will tell me at the bottom line is there is control at the top on anything and everything that you see. And the election is clearly evidence of that. But that being said, let's go to prop bets, guys.
All right.
All right.
Can I go to mine real quick? I'll just read down the line.
Go ahead.
All right. First prop bet. These are all just for fun. Don't get carried away. But I did it after I got done doing the games. I went over and first prop bet, take the over national anthem. It'll be around -115. It hits about 4 out of 6 years. I don't even know who's singing, but just take it. Then second MVP Mahomes -115. Coin toss tails -110. Orange Gatorade +100. Chiefs scoring first with a touchdown +145. Longest field goal over 46.5 -105. Tampa Bay first penalty -115. Well, I might have screwed up the longest touchdown play will be by the Chiefs -135. Will Brady have an INT? Yes, -145. That's pretty much it for the props. I like Kelsey anytime touchdown. I think that's -140 or something like that too.
All right, so Mahomes MVP. If you like Mahomes, if you like Kansas City, why not just bet Mahomes as the MVP? Save a little bit of money. You don't have to lay the 3 or lay the $1.55 on the money line. It's an option. That's all.
And Brady being the MVP. I'll add one more thing and a little bit more sign that Kansas City is going to win. Take it for what you want, but Brady being the MVP is like +140 right now. So you got Mahomes at -15. The point spread being at 3. Why aren't they both equal? Kind of, but I know there's other players involved, but that gives me a little sign to the Chiefs too. I might be wrong on that too, but anyway, that's my take. That's my take.
All right, Destiny Dixon's popped up Fournette for a touchdown a couple times, so maybe it's destiny, guys. Right there, it's destiny. Fournette touchdown.
Maybe
conspiracy, guys. I don't know, but destiny says Fournette will score a touchdown today. I will be on it.
My list is shorter. I'll go down mine real quick. The one I do every year, player to score first touchdown. This year I took 2 long shots, both Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 10-1. Cameron Brate, the tight end, 16-1. That's my player to score first touchdown. Total touchdowns for Kansas City. I took under 3.5 at even money. Total field goals for the game, both teams, over 3.5 +110. Total completions, Mahomes, I went over 28, -125. And passing yards, Brady, over 301.5, -115. That are my prop bets for this year.
Okie dokie. All right.
And I just got 2 for you. Over combined sacks, 3.5. Both tackles out for the Chiefs. I think they'll get some pass rush on them. They got to Rodgers last week, and I think Frank Clark, Steve Spagnuolo defense gets to Brady a couple times. The other one, I bet it last year. I think it'll hit again. Over longest completion, Tyreek Hill, 27.5 yards. All he does is catch deep balls. I think he gets.
I like that. Yeah,
7.5.
That's a good bet.
I like him over today too. He's going to have to be a target. Kelsey's going to have to be a target in the end zone. I bet Kelsey's first catch last year under 11.5, and it was an 11-yard pass. So I might go with that one again here today.
His receptions are like
cut you off
7 or 7.5 receptions. With them tackles being out, they might do a lot of quick passes too. He might have over 10. He might have 10 or more catches. That over. I think it's 7.5. That might not be a bad bet either, Lou.
Yeah, and you're thinking about that. Those 2 tackles out, he's going to have some quick outs. So, or they could be forcing that issue, which would open that up for Kelsey a little bit more. I like the under in the first quarter because of Tom's lack of success in the first quarter in the Super Bowl. It was 10.5. Now we got it at 10. Like I said. The interception for the touchdown my wife's picked. Don't doubt my wife. That's all I can tell you. She's hit me almost every Kentucky Derby and almost a prop every Super Bowl. And I'm not very successful in the Super Bowl. I'll be honest. Not very successful at all in the Super Bowl. But my wife has crushed it. So I'll roll with that. So anybody else, any more props?
Not on my list. That was it. I try to keep it short. Just for me, just the player who scored the first touchdown, I've been doing that probably 25 years. I just like betting it. It used to be between friends. We would just kind of everybody would take a guy, and that's kind of how it started. Now you can go online and bet the shit. So it's
Right.
easy to bet now.
All right, just a quick little recap because we've been on for a little while here today. Let's go back to the basketball plays in case you missed the basketball plays earlier. We got some Iowa under big from Chumly here today. We got some Drake from Tony Gullidge today. And we have the Salukis as a little play. We got the Kings over 5.5 in the NHL. And Kings in Vegas. And then we got I got a parlay there with Vegas, Florida, and
We all like the Blackhawks.
the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blackhawks on the puck line. So so we got plenty of action there for you. So why don't we want to bet our ticket, guys?
Man, y'all go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, we're gonna miss out on some of it.
Yeah,
I gotta go. Let's cut this thing off so I can go.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Just
I got,
pick-
well, do you want to make a bet here or what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just take the teams that's on it. You just listed off the bets we made. Take
some
those,
of the-
and
some of the-
make a ticket with it. That's
Some of the games already started though. It's after 11.
Shit.
That's all I'm saying. Some of the games started.
All right, so let's just go into college basketball here real quick and see what you got there. That's give me some dogs, gentlemen.
Underdogs.
Southern Illinois, if they didn't start yet.
Southern Illinois.
All right,
I like Illinois.
Georgetown's not going to pull off another upset.
Illinois
State.
I like
Home
Illinois
dogs?
State. I took them.
Illinois State, you did.
Yes.
All right. Temple, anybody? Temple the dog?
No.
No.
That's
Nevada.
the only one I like. It's just anybody else wants to say it.
Nevada might be worth a shot.
Who?
Nevada.
Nevada home dog plus 200.
There you go. Put it on there.
Southern Illinois plus 290. Illinois State plus 210.
Okay.
There's
Southern
your college-
Illinois.
He's got it. He's got both of them.
All right.
Okay, that's all I needed. Good luck.
All right. Now let's get over to hockey. We're going to put in
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks in hockey as a dog plus $1.30. Not crazy about that, but not crazy about half of these things.
So that's good. Them are the ones that usually win.
Yeah. So when you're
Right,
when you're
you're
crazy
The ones
about
that
it,
you love.
if you were crazy about it, it wouldn't be plus 350.
What about the Capitals plus $1.10?
I don't care. Put whatever you want on there.
Yeah, I don't care either. You guys are the hockey gurus.
Well,
Yeah.
there's only 4 plays for us here today in that ticket. So unless we throw in the Buccaneers, which you guys don't want,
We'll throw it in there. Who gives a shit? It don't matter.
they're thrown in then.
I mean,
All right.
you and Tony like it. Me and Eddie like the other way.
Pete,
One of us will.
all right, Pete, I want to know what you like. Who do you like? Go ahead while
For
I
hockey?
put this in.
Underdogs. It's got to be
Underdog,
plus,
any
Pete.
sport.
It's got to be
Cricket,
plus.
chess,
Pete.
checkers, anything.
I didn't mean to
Eddie
wake
bets
you,
checkers.
man. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was just studying over some notes here. So,
I want parlay Pete's parlay.
I've
He's
been
the
doing
man,
really.
Adam.
I've been doing really well on parlays actually.
Well, you know, speak up.
He does the other way, though. You got to make him find an underdog, man. He's got to look it up.
Pete, just tell us all to shut up next time. I know we kind of get over.
I do.
Talk
I
over
do
it.
like the Knights and the Panthers and money line parlays today.
But probably not
Okay.
underdogs.
It's
Though.
not dogs. No, they're
Now,
favorites.
we need
underdogs.
a
Any sport.
underdog.
Underdogs only.
Give me an underdog in any sport that you think can win.
All right.
Well, I mean, if we take the Knights minus 1.5, we'll get them at where are they?
I'm gonna go to the
minus
NBA.
$1.10.
I'll give you a dog in the NBA. How about that?
Okay.
That's beautiful.
Who do you got?
Give me the Celtics.
There you go.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Celtics.
Well, the world's gonna be on the Suns, so it's only plus 120. It's the line's
get-
the line's a little fishy. Plus 120, minus 140.
Lou, just take the biggest underdog in the NBA today. Who is it? It's
Kings plus 330.
take it. That's the one you
No
take.
thanks.
Take
Against
that
the
one.
Clippers? No way.
Just telling you, Super Bowl Sunday, you probably ain't nobody gonna be watching that shit. That's when those. If your conspiracy theories are correct, that would be the ticket buster they'll use.
Well, now you said
end everybody's
that
day.
train already passed, Tone. They already did that all week. Today they're just worried about the football. They'll give you.
The Knicks are dogs at home today.
I didn't get the newsletter this morning on that one.
We only got 6 teams, so we're going to play 50 cents away today.
Okay.
All right, that's perfect.
$28.50 will be our wager to win $2,283.
How much we got left in the kitty?
$10.
No, I'll give us a number, but after this $28.50, there's probably about 60 left in the kitty.
All right.
I'm good for my $6 whenever you need.
We did actually. We only lost yesterday. We only lost half of our money.
Hey, that ain't bad.
We got $13.50 back on the $24 ticket.
All right. Good luck today, guys.
I'm out of here, guys. Later.
All right. Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow at 3 o'clock
guys.
time. Better Stay Alive. Jimmy Sepp leaves us with the Capitals and the Pacers.